All right. Hi, everybody. Happy Monday. Happy last Monday of the month. I always get to say that. Hopefully you're having a good month. I know it's been rough for some of us. I know Lindsay just did a live today, just like how to end your month strong. So hopefully you can see that and go through. But I'm super excited to have Kate here to tell us all about NLC. For some of you, you're newer coaches and you're probably like, what the heck is NLC? Basically, it is the new leader conference and you have to qualify to attend. And so Kate qualified last year by hitting 1 star and then by having a certain number of elite points. And so you can learn all about that in the back office. I know Lindsay has talked about it. I know there's tons of videos in the back office and in the Beachbody Champions page about how to earn those points. But it is amazing. Lindsay and I got to go together. I think it was 4 years ago now. Yeah, she was pregnant. Maybe it was 3 years ago because she was pregnant with Oliver at the time. And Rob and Owen came with her. And then I know Jackie and Carly and Megan got to go last year. And then this year, Kate got to go. So we're looking for the next crew of people to go next year. But it's such an intimate event. It's so small. You've been to Summit, or if you haven't been to Summit, it is like Summit, but like a lot more intimate. You get to like work out with the trainers. There's only like a couple hundred people there, probably, right, Kate?
Yeah.
How many? Yeah.
There were like 3 coaches there.
Yeah, which is so cool. You get to hear from some of the top coaches. They teach you a ton. And so I'm super excited for Kate to share some of that with us today. So that's it. Take it away, Kate.
All right. Some of you I don't know, so I'm just going to share a little bit about who I am. So my name is Kate DeMatteo, and I have been a coach for 3.5 years. So I started right before 2017, August of 2016. And I signed on as a coach from the beginning. So I was never a challenger and then I turned into a coach. I literally signed up to work the business and grow an income. And obviously I fell completely in love with every aspect of this business. And I did get amazing results. And I grew pretty quick, but I was starting out, I was a challenge group coach. So what that means is I really did not recruit leaders. I hit huge SC numbers every month, but I was petrified to share about the coaching opportunity. I really didn't invite to it. And because of that, I really didn't recruit leaders. So I got like big numbers, but it really didn't grow my business. And so, I did grow a little bit of a downline, and it took me about a year to get to Diamond. And then after I hit Diamond, I kind of stayed there for a little bit. And it wasn't until a year later, after Summit, I had been Diamond. I went to Summit as a Diamond again. And I said, I'm not coming back to Summit as a Diamond again. So I put the pedal to the metal and I changed who I was being and how I was showing up. And I got rid of all that self-doubt and fear that was holding me back from asking people to join me in this amazing opportunity, because that's what this is. It's a freaking gift. And so I had to get over that. And so I think once I did that, I started to kind of have people join me. And so I reached 1 star last May. And just so you know, currently I'm not a 1 star. So just because you get to a certain rank does not mean that you always stay there. My husband is actually going to end up being a Diamond probably in a month or 2. And so then I will be a 1 star again. But but my coach who had reached Diamond has dropped rank. So that'll happen. And sometimes you feel like, that sucks. But you know what? That's just part of the business. And a lot of people that were there shared that. And even people who were on stage talked about that. So like that. So my coach is Jackie Hart, and she went last year with a huge group of women, and she sent me a postcard in the mail when she was there that said, you'll be here next year. And I put it on my vision board, and it freaking happened. So don't underestimate vision boards. Get it together, put it up, visualize it, and look at it every single day, because that's so, so important, okay? And so I went, right? And I was really hoping that other people from our team would go, because I didn't want to go and experience it alone. But I think that was God in the universe saying, you go and you be a leader and you freaking do it on your own. And so I decided that I was going to get out of my own way and really really be out there and living big and living loud and like taking in the entire experience and not holding myself back. So I met up with, got into a chat with a bunch of girls that were going, and we met up. We actually met at the airport. We Ubered together to the hotel. We checked in together, you guys. So I'm just going to give you the whole experience because it's amazing. You walk in, this hotel is absolutely beautiful. My hotel was paid for because I had enough leadership points. So I was able to stay in this like swanky hotel. I didn't have to pay for anything. I just had to pay for my flight. And the first night I did a room with these girls, and then the next 2 nights were paid for. And you walk in, you check in, and they give you like a backpack that says leadership. It's got tons of swag in it. It was just really awesome. They had this huge wall, and everybody posted their transformations up there, and you could take pictures in front of it. And they have a huge, like, your name is everywhere. When you went outside, your name was in colors outside on the billboard in lights, which was really cool. And like that. So it was just like you felt so important, right? You felt really like you were part of the leadership of Beachbody. And so it was that was just that feeling right there. And then after that, really all the speakers that went up, this message resided over and over again was, why not you? Why not you up here on this stage speaking next year? And they actually had a coach who had been there the year before and was up there speaking, and she had hit like elite 5-star in 1 year. And so she got up, and she was just like young, way young, but she was like totally normal. And she said over and over and over again, she's like, I am so not any different than you are right now. And she said, the only difference is that I believed in myself and I worked really hard, and that's it. Like, she literally went from, I think she said like 200 followers to 100,000 followers on Instagram in 2 years. And that is, oh, what's her name? Do you remember her name? I don't remember. I think something Hill. Kelsey Hill, I think her name is. Is that right? Yeah, Kelsey Hill. So,
she was
she's top 10. She's top 10. So she went from sitting as a 1-star to top 10 in 1 year. So it's freaking possible. If you know, I mean, then the woman got up there, guys, who was 47 years old, and she's starting as a coach, and she was a 1-star in a year. You know, like, you can start this business at any age as long as you have the passion to go all in on it and work hard. And that's what I walked away with. And also, like, collaborating with other coaches that are not on your team, so important. And I never saw the value in that, because I always thought our team's amazing. Like, we have such an awesome team with so many great leaders. But there's something to be said with partnering up with other women who are on different teams and just like bringing that fire to each other, you know, like pushing each other in a different kind of a way than how your team pushes you. And so it's like you want to contribute, you want to collaborate. It's just a different feeling. And so so I've been in this like me and these girls, like, we totally bonded. Like, we're like best friends. Like, we're like loving on each other. We're in a message pod, an engagement pod for Instagram. We're going to do some sneak peeks together like that. So I think also when you collaborate with other coaches, it makes you step up your game as a coach. And your belief in yourself and your confidence in yourself steps up. I'm doing stuff that I didn't do before because I went to this event and I'm working with other people and I'm bringing different kinds of things to my business. Okay, so that's another thing. Now I'm just going to go over like the nitty gritty things that people gave to me, like the actual like things that you could do in your business. Okay, but the experience in itself was amazing. So the first thing, one of the biggest things Carl got up and spoke about was results, and just how we are a results-oriented business. And you want to get results in your personal development, in your growth. You want to get results in your fitness. And that is what this company is about. It's about transformation, and you need to be posting about that all the time. Transformation in all areas of your life, your business, your mindset, all of it. So you want to make sure you're showcasing that, share that. One thing, and then Melanie Mitchell got up twice. You know, I love her. And she talked once about just kind of like the nitty gritty and what you have to do in your business to move forward. So one thing she did say, which I thought was amazing and so true, but you don't think about that way. She goes, the difference between coaching as a hobby versus coaching as a business is that when you have a business, you're tracking everything that you're doing. If you're not tracking, then you have a hobby. So you should have some method that you are tracking with every single day. And I brought that back and I share that with my coaches because I think so many people don't track. And that is the secret of your business. It's follow-ups, guys. Every single person and my challenge packs this month was all follow-ups. Let's see. She also talked about some different leadership books she recommended. Really, if you want to be in that leadership role, how are you growing as a leader, and what are you putting into your brain to have you expand as a leader? So really, like, stepping up into that. And so she recommended Leaders Eat Last and Permission to Screw Up. Those were the two books she recommended. And then the biggest thing she said is just you need to learn and grow as a person in this business. Like, if you feel like you're really being stopped in this business, like, what's really stopping you is your growth. And the more that you grow, the more your business will grow. And I thought that is just so true, because it's not just inviting and blah, 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 blah. It really is belief in yourself and how you grow. Because when you grow, you show up and how you post is differently. So you want to make sure that you are really growing, in the things that are holding you back. Another thing she said is, as a successful coach, first of all, per Beachbody, so from all the research Beachbody has done, successful coaches run their own groups. So, and I know for me from the beginning, when I started coaching, I was in my coaches group for 3 weeks, and then I said, I got everything I need, I'm running my own group. And what that did was it put me automatically into the leadership role, and I had to get my own people, right? And I knew that I had to recruit every month, because if you don't, groups get stale. So if you're not bringing fresh blood into a group every single month, it gets stale. And we all know that, right? So I think as a leader, and they're going to make it super, super easy when they merge Beachbody On Demand with the Challenge Tracker app. Like, literally, you'll be able to go in and it'll be like, start my own group. So anybody, discount coaches, anyone can start their own group. And that's going to be really awesome for just anybody can start a group. It's that easy. Like, they can just start a group, and it'll encourage people to really just take on coaching more organically, right? And that's what you want. Another thing she talked about is really that as a leader, your people are going to do half of what you do. So she said every month you should really shoot for SC20, because that's where your people are going to do half of what you do. Does that mean you're going to hit it every month? No, but it means that that's what you should strive for, because if your people are hitting half of that, and also like how many coaches you're getting from that. So you want to make sure that you're trying to get higher numbers for yourself. And although that can be kind of scary, when you do, you'll be recruiting more coaches automatically, because the bulk of your coaches are going to be your challengers, you guys. They're going to be people who have had amazing results with the products, who are in love with Beachbody, and who want to share that, right? And so you want to, help your challengers get amazing results. That's the other thing. Like, really form close relationships with them. Text them. Like, I text my people every morning. An inspirational message, wake up text. You want to just make sure that you're being really intimate with your challengers so that you're helping them get results. And then those are the people that will end up turning into coaches. Let's see. Another thing she said, for everything that you do, you want to promote 7 to 10 days out. I'm terrible with that. So that was really great advice to hear, because I'm always like the person that's like, oh, let's do that this week, So really, like, you want to plan accordingly. What else did she say? She runs a challenge group every month. She said sometimes she runs 2 challenge groups in a month. You got to it depends on what your goals are, right? This is one thing I did this last week. She said, do a day in the life of a coach. Like, she'll take one day in a week and she'll say, okay, so this is my day in the life of a coach. And she'll show what's going on in her challenge group. She'll do a screenshot of what she's sending to a challenger. She'll do, like pictures of her talking on the phone with other coaches, maybe pulling, like if she talks, she'll just the day in the life of what it looks like to coach. And she says, usually it's a day that she's at home all day and she's got time to do that. Okay. So day in the life as a coach, that was another one. She still runs free groups every single month. And one thing that she does, and I know that Jackie Dugan and Carly's team, they do this too, and I'm going to start doing this, especially with Mompreneur, is she sends out every Saturday, she sends out a new meal plan to all her challengers, and then she also asks for their stats, for their weigh-in, for their measurements, like for accountability. And she goes, they know that they're going to get a meal plan from me on Saturdays, and they know that I'm going to ask them where they're at. And if you ask more of your challengers, they'll actually have more accountability, and they'll provide you with more information, right, so that you can coach them successfully. So I'm going to start that with our March group, because Mompreneur gives you 4 weeks of meal plans, so you can actually send those out no problem, right? What else? How much should you focus on your team versus your own business? 20% team, 80% business. So you should be spending the bulk of your time growing your own business. She said, go live and share your goals and encourage your coaches to take that on themselves. Take on running free groups or partnering up to run free groups. Or even like the clean weeks. Like I just did a clean week with another girl on our team for the people in my downline, but I didn't sell it. I should have, but I just didn't have a chance to, but I still ran it, with this other girl for the downline. But now they know how to do it. Now they can do it themselves, right? So there's like they do, or we do, what is it? I do, we do, they do, right? So you can do that, whatever it is, you know what I mean? And then she says, lastly, just evaluate each month and talk, like, see what works. Like you have to keep trying different things and see what works for you. It's not going to be the same for everybody. And so try different things out. And if it doesn't work, evaluate it, scratch it, and move on. And she says, at the end of the day, you should say to yourself, what did I do that scared me today? How did I get uncomfortable? If you're not getting uncomfortable every day, then you're not growing. End of story. So every day you should be getting uncomfortable in some way, whether it's sharing something intimate on your stories or going live or doing an uncomfortable post or inviting somebody that you're scared to invite. Like every day you should be doing that. What else? Okay, so growing your social media following. Kelsey Hill went over this a lot. So she said, obviously consistency, always consistency. Taking action on your business daily. Don't post just to post. It's better to have one really great, valuable post than 3 stupid posts up. You know what I mean? Like, think about your posts and make sure that you're providing value and that they're thought out, okay? Create savable content for people. So when people share your stuff or they, like recipes, those kinds of things, like people like that stuff. So I really tried to like step up my recipes for Instagram. And I was really afraid to share like more than once a day on Instagram. And I like got away from that mindset. Like if I want to share twice a day, then I'm going to share twice a day. It just depends on what you want to build. And also like I have a posting plan for Instagram now, which I didn't have before. So now I know like, oh, Instagram, what am I going to run today? Oh, it's on food. You know what I mean? So have some kind of a plan set so you're not like against the wall with that. Get comfortable with uncomfortable situations. Let's see. Learn to fail forward was said so many times. Learn to fail forward. Just keep failing. If you're not failing enough, then you're not doing things that are big enough, that you want to keep doing those things. This was an interesting one. Get inspired by non-Beachbody influencers. Like, look at what they're doing. People who are bigger in like the oils or RNF or whatever, like get inspired by them. And like sometimes I'll go to like different coaches that give me inspiration, but instead go to non-Beachbody influencers to get your inspiration on what to share. Ask your audience what they want to see from you, like what they like to see from you. You can do that in your stories. You can do that in your posts. And then, this is another one that I've been doing. Interact and create engagement with your audience. So people who are liking your posts on Instagram or on Facebook, go to those likes and then go to their pages and comment back. And that I wasn't doing. And I started doing that, and I started getting a lot more responses on my posts now, because I'll go to who's liked my stuff. I'll go then and comment on all their stuff because I'm reciprocating, right? And so then now you're supporting each other. It's like when you watch someone else's stories and you comment on their stuff, right? They like it. Oh, look at your insights. Like she had said that she realized that she was 50% male and she was able to move that. So you want to look at your insights to see what you have who are viewing you. And there's actually an app for that. And I don't remember what the name of the app was. I'll have to go back and look at that live of her presentation. But you can look at insights, but I don't know if you can see male or female. I'll have to look. I haven't even looked at that yet. Let's see, in your stories, like make sure that you're sharing the real, share stuff that sucks, like talk about the stuff that you're unhappy about, because we're not perfect people. Share authentically. Let's see. Oh, she does tracking groups, where everybody goes into a group and you have to share your trackers and you have 3 strikes and you're out, but everybody that shares the trackers for that amount of time automatically earns a gift card that was in the group. And she says she changes it up, the prizes, but then it motivates people to make sure that they're tracking, and then they know no matter what, they're going to get something at the end. And people will do that for a $5 gift card. People would. I did for Brad Bizjack's training. I did the thing for the $5 gift card. Let's see. What else? Oh, I liked this quote. Feel about coaching how you feel about Energize. Seriously, if you're so excited about Energize, like that's how you should share enthusiastically about this opportunity. Like it freaking rocks. Like it's a gift. You should scream it talk about it all the time, talk about our community. I think we get so fearful that, I'm talking about it too much. No, talk about it all the time. One thing I'm realizing with being in this thread with all these other leaders is that their posts, they are constantly talking about coaching. Like it's like automatically part of whatever post they're doing. So somehow weave it into that post. If I wasn't doing this, then this. You know what I mean? This opportunity. You don't have to say coaching all the time, but somehow weave it into your posts, because people have to see it over and over again. Let's see. That's it. That's all I got. Let me see. My big aha was like, why not you? Draw a line in the sand and say your potential starts right now. Like, where are you going to go? What are you going to do? This is your line. So from here, create it. And that none of us, we're all the same. It's just about what are you going to do to get uncomfortable? What are you going to do to put in the work? And choosing to believe in yourself and stepping into the leadership role. We can all do that. These women were not any different than us, So, I just came away like totally inspired, excited, and just like, yes, get your asses there. It's great. It was awesome.
Awesome.
Any questions?
Yeah. Are there any questions? You can open it up. I did have a question. What were the 2 books you said that Melanie recommended? Oh,
Leaders Eat Last and Permission to Screw Up. Oh, another app that she said, or not app, but thing that people are using for newsletters is Flowdesk, which I just used for the first time. Oh. A lot of it now. That one you have to pay for, but there is a free trial, so I'm checking it out. But I don't know if it's any user friendly. It's a little bit more user friendly than MailChimp. I'm not a fan of MailChimp, but just
Flowdesk. Check that out. You know me and the techie stuff.
I know. I know. I'm trying to think of what else. Yeah.
I love that. I don't have any other questions. I loved your energy. I loved, like you guys, you've probably heard Lindsay and I say these things before, say, oh my gosh, look at your hair. But it's just so good to hear, like you just hear something different from someone else. And like, I hear it from you and I'm just like, yes. Okay. And get inspired by non-Beachbody influencers. And I think I do that because I I don't follow a ton of people honestly anymore, but I'm trying to only, and I actually unfollowed, no offense to a lot of you. I unfollowed a lot of like Beachbody coaches and even some people on our team, no offense, but just like, I really wanted to shrink down my following and who I was focusing on and what I was focusing on and really trying to get internal with that. But I think there's something to say about being inspired outside of our little circle here because we all understand each other. And it's easy to just kind of.
And don't be afraid to like, so one thing that I've been getting is like, don't be afraid to collaborate with other women who are in other businesses. Just because they don't want to join you in your business does not mean that A, they won't join you later, B, you can't work together to do great things and support each other. So I think for me, at least, it was a fear like, well, if they don't want to join me, then, they're no use to me, which is such a terrible mindset to have. But I just didn't see the value, but there is so much value in collaborating with other women who are up to big things and you want to support each other.
Yeah. Can you talk about that event that you did yesterday?
Yes. So this woman that I've been trying to get to coach forever, she said no a bazillion times, but she started an online community called Mommy Real Talk. And she asked me to blog she posted, does anybody want to blog for me for this community? And so I rose my hand and I said I would. And then, so I've been blogging on Mondays. So I'm health and fitness. I can't share anything about nutrition. It's killing me because I'm not the nutrition girl. I love food. But so I collaborated with her, and actually I'm actually growing this community now with her, but I didn't even look at it that way at the beginning. I was like, I'm just doing this. I don't know why I'm doing this, but I'm doing this. And then actually we had an event yesterday and I led PIO and a meditation, and she ran it live in the page. All these people liked came and friended me, followed my coach page. I've gotten all these messages from women, and I'm not gonna ask them to join me, but now they're following me, and now I have these connections, and these are all women who are leaders. So you want to surround yourself with people who are going to make you level up. And I can tell you something else, and this is so huge, and this is a testament to coaching and to this opportunity. I sat with these women who were judges, who were high profile women, and I could freaking hang. And the reason I could hang is because of all the personal development I've read, all of the things I've been doing, how I've been growing my mind. I had so much to contribute to the conversation because of Beachbody and this opportunity. Otherwise, I probably would have sat there insecure, but I was able to really contribute. So we're doing all of those things, and it's making you such a well-rounded person. So you want to share that. You guys are all doing these things, you know how to help people. So anyways, collaborate with women. It makes a difference.
That's awesome. I love that. Lindsay,
yeah.
Speak.
And Melanie Mitchell is a huge advocate of that too. She talks about that in her podcast a lot. So any other questions?
I have a question. I raised my hand on the little thing, but I don't know if it worked or not. I've never done that before. So first of all, I love you, and you did so good, and I'm just so proud of you. That's just amazing, your experience. It just took me back to when I went, and Amanda and I went at the same time, and it was so much fun. And one question I have for you is that I remember when Amanda and I went, it's always funny because I feel like the minute we see success in the business, something happens that makes us feel like, thanks. Alicia got me my robe for Christmas.
I love it.
I just saw the chat come through, so I had to comment. But something happens typically when something really great happens. There's always something that comes by that feels not so great. And sometimes it's losing rank, like you talked about. Sometimes it's all of a sudden we're not attracting people like we used to. And in this business, like Micah Folsom talked about on the wake up call, it's a constant seeing wins and then feeling the failures, and seeing wins and feeling the failures. So I know that when Amanda and I went, there was a lot of talk, I feel like, about you know, how they used to compare and how they used to maybe struggle. And there was this pivotal moment for all of them, it seemed like, that they shared when we were there, because the focus may have been different, where they all kind of like drew that line in the sand and were able to get past that mindset that was basically the thing that was holding them back, right? They had to just figure that out and like push forward. So I was wondering, because I know of at least 4 or 5 coaches on our team that are the most amazing individuals right now, and it crushes my soul every time I hear them say such things about themselves or beliefs that they have at this moment that is just not what the rest of the world sees. You know what I mean? And so I was just wondering, knowing like what you just experienced and what you heard from leaders in the company, and knowing that there's people that just naturally have these feelings and emotions in the team, like all the time, different people have them. Is there anything that you heard there, or anything that you felt there that would help people in that spot kind of conquer that space that they're currently in? Sorry, that's a big question, but I feel like you.
So there was a woman that got on the stage, I forget which coach it was, and she said, you know, when I was a 1-star and I came here, she goes, I came home from the event and my diamond had quit coaching. And she came home to that. And she talked about how crushed she was. And that happens to all of us. I mean, I was there and I wasn't a 1-star, but did I feel like I shouldn't be there? Absolutely not. And what I loved about being there is that everybody was at so many different places in their business. And like, I was there with coaches that have been coaches for 5 years who finally got to that event. There were people who were there like for a year, had only been coaching for a year, who had gotten to that event. So I feel like if you're stuck in your business, I was stuck in my business for a long, long time. And I mean, I'm 3.5 years and I made it to this event. I was stuck for a long time. And I think that you have to, you really have to do the things that scare you. You have to take on doing stuff by yourself. I feel like that is a huge thing, like taking on doing things by yourself if you really are stuck, because that's how you're going to grow. I don't know. That's, for me, that was huge. So like, just jumping on calls with people one-on-one and talking about coaching, that's been huge for me in terms of growth. Like getting on calls and just walking people through a webinar. And I did that, I started doing that last year. I took Lindsay's webinar and I customated it to me. And now when I invite people, I jump on a call, and I do the sneak peeks too, but I find like my success is more one-on-one. And you have to find what's going to work for you, because what works for you is not what works for me. What works for Jackie is not, like, I have a feeling about somebody and I'll be like, I don't want to put him in a sneak peek. I want to put him on a one-on-one call with me, because I know that's going to make the difference. So you have to be true to yourself and what's going to work for you. And so if something isn't working for you in the business, you got to change it up. You have to change what you're doing, you know? And so like, I don't know, for me, that's been the thing, is if it's not working, you have to change things up and like tackle in some personal development. I'll be honest with you, the other change that started was when I took that Dr. Vic course and I started my spiritual journey, and I really dug into life is working for me and not against me. And I wake up every morning, guys, and I freaking drop to my knees and I say my gratitudes every fucking day. And I didn't do that 2 years ago. And then I go downstairs and I say my affirmations, and I'm going to cry now. But like, those are the things that I do that I didn't do before. And those make a difference. When they say like grow through life, it's for real. So I feel like it's all in your personal growth, and what are the things that you're going to do for yourself on a daily basis that's going to change your mindset around about what you're capable of.
So. Yes, that was so everything. I love you had the perfect answer and the best authenticity around it, and it was powerful and it was perfect. I will say too that something that you said that I just want to reiterate that I thought was awesome was how you just said there were people in that room that had finally made it there after 5 years, and there were people in that room that had made it there after a year. And no matter what, everybody's journey is just different. It's not that anybody was, like you said earlier, right? Everybody's the same. It's just their journey is different. The timeline is different. The things you have to work through is different. So that was awesome. Thank you, Kate.
Yeah, you're exactly where you need to be on this coaching journey. And there is no like better, you know what I mean? Like there are people there who get there really quick. I mean, it's just, there is no timeline. You're on your own timeline. So don't compare yourself to anybody else because that does not serve you.
So true. God or the universe or whatever you believe has a plan for you. And there's a reason why it's taken you 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 6.5 years are here. And there's a reason for it. There's a reason we are where we are. And something that you said that I think a lot of us have dug into our spiritual journeys. Oh, really? Am I really quiet? I don't know.
Now you're good. Now you're good.
A lot of us have really dug into our spiritual journeys over the last few years. And I think that makes a huge difference. Whatever you believe, I think that just makes a huge difference. If you can lean on that trust that I just said, that there is a plan for you and you trust in that plan and you don't falter from that and you don't think that you're in control because you're not. And just, I mean, yes, you have to do the work. Yes, you have to show up. But in the end, there's a plan for you and there's a timeline that's going to happen because it's supposed to happen that way. So if you can just like lean into that and trust in that, as hard as it is, and there's stuff that's going to happen that you're not going to understand, and it's just going to suck at times. It's going to be really awesome at times, and then it's going to suck again. It's going to be really awesome again. And if you can always just lean in and trust that it's happening the way it's supposed to happen, then it's just going to be an awesome ride. Like Lindsay said, enjoy the ride.
Sure. And like dig in when you're going through the hard times with your business, lean in, don't lean away. You want to lean in and dig in because that's what's going to get you fired up again to do something else. Jump on a call with somebody. Like anytime, I'm always open. Like if you are feeling uninspired and stuck, jump on a call with somebody, reach out, let people know. Don't just sit in it, you know?
Mm-hmm. Totally. I know, and it's easy to back. I retreat. I'm an Enneagram 9, and I don't lean in. And so it's something that I am working on. I don't ask for help. I don't lean in. So if you see me retreating, I could use a reach out many times. And if you are the same, I know Sprue has also an Enneagram 9 and probably is the same way as me. Yep.
There she goes. Same.
I don't know what I am. What am I? Am I 3?
I forget. I think you were a 3. Yeah, an achiever.
Yeah. Do I go back too? I don't know what I do. I think I just power through and drink wine.
Yeah, I think.
Is that what number 3s do?
Yeah.
Because if it is, that's me.
For sure, like have fun. Get together with your teams. Do fun stuff. You know, I posted that poll today. If you're local, come to the painting party that's rescheduled. And get your people together that are local. I want to try and schedule a fit club for 10 rounds just to do the sample workout. Even if it's just the challengers that are around here, like that'd be fun to get together and just do it, you know? So like get together and have fun and enjoy it because that creates energy and people are attracted to good, positive energy and people having fun. And that's what this is about.
That was the other question I had. Thank you for saying 10 rounds. You got to sample, you got to do it. Tell us.
Oh my God. Well, first of all, Elise, yes. So we got to hug Joel and have a drink with him. That was pretty cool. And Elise leads the most amazing freaking workout ever. Oh my God. It was like a personal development seminar. I was like crying. It was so good. And then, and Joel's workout was really hard. I'm not gonna lie. I could not like walk the next 2 days. Like he had us do so many squats and so many lunges. I was like dying. So, yeah. It was really good. I think it's going to be a really good program. I'm really excited. We got to see the 10 rounds bus. That was kind of cool. And he brings so much energy. And guys, this launch is going to be huge, like really, really huge. People love Joel, especially from Live 4. He already has a huge freaking following. And if you're not talking about Live 4, they're going to go with or 10 rounds. They're going to go with the coach that is talking about 10 rounds, because that's what's like, it's going to be everywhere. So make sure that as a coach, I didn't jump onto launches until I was like a year and a half into my business, which was stupid. So I wish that I would have. And so jump on to product launches, because they're huge for your business and it brings so much momentum and energy. It's fun too.
Yeah. We'll definitely be we haven't even talked team 10 rounds, anything yet, but we will be very soon because it launches in like a month, right? Yeah,
the sample workout comes out on the 9th.
Yeah, the sample workout comes out on the 9th, and then you could buy VIP access April 1st. Is that right? I don't even know.
Yes, I'm not sure.
I don't know the dates.
Oh, it is.
So just be looking out for that. I'm excited for that as well, although bar is like my soulmate workout, so I don't know what
it's good. Bar was great. I'm in my last 2 weeks. It's been amazing. Yeah. And she's an amazing woman. Like, she's awesome. And she's so freaking down to earth. Oh my gosh. She's great. Like, we just sat and chatted with her. She's so awesome.
She is. Lindsay and I had that at leadership too. It was like, she's amazing. So cool.
She is. And then like even connecting with like all the coach mentors, like it was so much fun. Oh my God. It was so much fun. Yes, they did this like crazy trivia night where like everyone would say, oh my God, it was so funny. I brought back Beachbody scarves. Who knew that they made those? They were like throwing swag out to everybody. Cool. And because we made friends with the mentors, they were throwing us all this stuff. So I couldn't fit everything into my suitcase. I had to leave some stuff behind. But yeah, they do like such fun stuff. Like all this, it was hilarious. Like they do such a good job. It was awesome.
That's awesome.
You guys,
how many people were there? I think she said like 300.
It was like, it's like 300, 350 or something. It was like between 300 and 400. So not a lot of like premier coaches or elite coaches. I think there was like maybe one elite coach there and just a couple premiers.
Oh, and you got to go to corporate. You didn't talk about that part.
Oh my God, corporate was amazing. That was really cool. You got to walk into where Carl's hall is, and he has his own private entrance, and on the walls he like puts all of his quotes, like his favorite quotes, inspirational quotes, and they call it Carlisms. And like you walk through the wall and you get to see all the stuff that he's written, and it's just really cool. And then they have 2 gyms. I mean, they have a barista in their Shakeology bar, which was really cool to see. And then the wall of Shakeology was awesome. It was awesome. And their gyms like had like a whole thing of like all the Transfer 20 boards, and then they had a bar. It was cool. It was really neat. Corporate was awesome. That was fun.
Yeah. So lots of perks. So who's going to be there next year?
Come on, you guys got to go.
Yeah. Yeah. All of you can say yes.
You can do it.
Brand new coach, like we just said. So is there anything else? Lindsay, do you have anything else? No. Awesome. Should we take a picture? If you, Devin or Nicole, you want in, Alicia, you're available. Ready? Oh, Jessica too. All right. 3, 2, 1. Yay. Awesome.
All right. Love you guys. Thanks for letting me share.
Yes, thank you so much, Kate. We loved it. Love you. You're amazing. Love your leadership.
All right. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.